Good day everyone, I am Feby from Fair Consulting Group Philippines. Welcome to our presentation on how to establish a foreign company in the Philippines. This video will walk you through the process, requirements, and important government agencies involved. Here is an overview of what we will cover: the business structure, key registration requirements, and compliance with different government agencies. The video will be divided into two parts. In the first part, I will discuss the business structures that can be established here in the Philippines, what is a Treasury in Trust Account or TITF, and the Securities and Exchange Commission. So now, let's discuss what business structures can be established in the Philippines. There are three kinds of business structures that can be established in the Philippines, which are domestic corporation, branch office, and representative office. Let's discuss first what a domestic corporation is. It is the most common type of corporation in the Philippines with a legal entity separate from its shareholders. It requires a minimum of 2 incorporators who must be individuals of legal age, each subscribing to at least 1 share of the company's capital stock. A domestic corporation must appoint a corporate secretary who must be a Filipino citizen and cannot simultaneously serve as the president. Additionally, it must have a corporate treasurer who can be of any nationality but must be residing in the Philippines and cannot hold the position of president concurrently. Next is the branch office. A branch office in the Philippines is a corporate entity that generates revenue by representing the operations of its parent company overseas. Functioning as an extension of its foreign head office, it does not have a separate board of directors or officers. However, the Philippine Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC requires the appointment of a resident agent. The resident agent serves as the official representative authorized to receive legal notice, summons, and other legal documents on behalf of the foreign corporation in the Philippines. The resident agent may be of any nationality but must be residing here in the Philippines. Last is the representative office. A representative office in the Philippines is a business entity established by a foreign company to conduct non-commercial activities. Unlike the other two business structures mentioned earlier, a representative office does not generate income and is therefore prohibited from selling goods or services, entering into profit-generating contracts, issuing invoices or official receipts, and engaging in local trade or business transactions. Similar to a branch office, it does not have a board of directors or officer, but must appoint a resident agent. Let us now proceed with the various government agencies that businesses must register with when establishing a company in the Philippines to comply with legal, tax, labor, and regulatory requirements for legal operation. Here is the overview of the entire company registration process in the Philippines, organized by the respective agencies involved. Before you can start the company setup in the Philippines, you must first open a Treasury in Trust account or the TITF. A TITF or Treasury in Trust account is a temporary corporate bank account required by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC in the Philippines before the incorporation of a company. This account is primarily used for depositing the paid-up capital of the corporation that will be established in the country. A Certificate of Inward Remittance or CIR is a document issued by a bank confirming that a foreign investor has remitted capital funds into the Philippines. Once you have successfully remitted the company's required paid-up capital to the TITF account, you may request to the bank to issue a Certificate of Inward Remittance. It serves as a proof of capital infusion, which is a requirement for a company registration. After remitting the paid-up capital and obtaining the Certificate of Inward Remittance, you can proceed with registration at the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC. The Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC is the national government regulatory agency in charge with the supervision of the corporate sector, the capital market participants, the securities and investment instrument markets, and the protection of the investing public. Registering a business with SEC is mandatory not only to legitimize its juridical entity, but also to enable it to legally engage in business, issue receipts, trade financial assets, and be entitled to certain rights under the country's corporate and investment laws. Its major functions includes registration of securities, analysis of every registered security, evaluation of the financial condition and operations of applicants for security issues, screening of applications for brokers or dealers license, and supervision of stock and bond brokers as well as the stock exchange. Here is the overview of process flow and requirements for SEC registration. You will need to prepare all the documentary requirements such as the apostilled or consularized board resolution for company setup, articles of incorporation, bylaws, audited financial statements, company profile or historical matters of the head office, Foreign Investment Act form, and certificate of inward remittance issued by the bank where the account was opened for a TITF. The SEC application is done online through the SEC Spark or Electronic Simplified Processing of Application for Registration of Company. You may access the system through the provided link flashed on the screen. Click the Proceed button under the Regular Processing. The Spark Regular Processing page will be displayed next. To continue, click the Proceed to Regular Processing button that can be found at the lower section of the screen. Click the Continue to Application Form button that can be found at the lower left section of the screen, and the application form will be displayed next. The regular processing of Spark application form is grouped into 6 steps. Each step is composed of sections. You must be able to complete all 6 steps to enable you to submit the application. In filling out the application form, please take note that all fields marked with a red asterisk are mandatory requirements and must be given correct values. The system displays information message, confirmation message, and error message, whichever is applicable. And lastly, the system sends email notification for one-time passcode when the application is created, when the name verification process is completed, when SEC approved or disapproved the application, and when payment is received. The step 1 of the application form is the name verification. Fill out the required information correctly and completely. Processing office refers to the SEC office where the signed and notarized hard copies of the registration documents will be submitted and where the certificate of registration will be released. Provide correct details of applicant or authorized representative contact details. All email notifications are sent to the email address you indicated. Provide correct details for the company type section and industry classification using the provided drop-down fields. Provide correct details for the company name section and click the next button to proceed. The summary page will be displayed next. Click the Click here to send OTP to my email button. The one-time passcode will be sent to the email address you previously indicated in the applicant authorized representative contact details. Enter the one-time passcode sent to your email and click the Save and Proceed button. The screen shows the application is saved with draft status and the name verification process is not complete yet. You may continue to fill out the rest of the application by proceeding to step 2 while waiting for the name verification process to complete. If the name verification process is completed, the system will send an email notifying the applicant that the name verification process is completed. To reserve the name, click the Click here to reserve company name button. Your proposed company name is now reserved. You have until 5 days to complete and submit your application, otherwise your name reservation will automatically expire. The step 2 of the application form is the company details. Enter the primary purpose of the company. Provide correct and complete information for the principal office address section where the company is located within the Philippines. Enter the official company details such as the company's designated authorized representative, official and alternate number, and the official and alternate email address. A verification link will be sent to the official and alternate email address. These two email addresses must be verified to complete the application. The step 3 of the application form is the capital structure. Note that the fields displayed are dependent on the selected company type. Enter the correct values on the respective fields. Click Add Capital Structure button to enter information for capital structure details and click Add Details button to enter details for authorized capital stock. The step 4 for the application form is the company officers. Note that the fields displayed are dependent on the selected company type. Enter the correct and valid information for the fields under the Treasurer section. Enter correct and valid information for fields under Company Officer section. Click the Add Incorporator, Director, Subscriber button to add new incorporator, director, subscriber, and enter the required information on the form. For the subscription details, click the Click Here to Add Subscription button. Enter the required information and then click the Save button. To add a new incorporator, director, subscriber, do the same process until you have completed the required number of incorporators. Then click the Save button. The step 5 of the application is the file uploading. Upload the required application documents and click the Save and Proceed button. The step 6 of the application is the nominee or nominator declaration. Select yes if the corporation is being registered on behalf of a person other than the incorporators. Otherwise, select no. Then click the Save and Proceed button. The step 7 is the last and final step in filling out the application form. It is the application review. If you need to make changes, you can edit the application by clicking on the links for the corresponding steps you wish to revisit. Review the accuracy of the system-generated forms and the uploaded files by clicking them to open on a separate tab. View, download, and check if all information is correct and complete. The tentative payment assessment review is also shown in the application review step. Please note that the payment assessment may change upon the review of the SEC assessor. Read the statements for terms of service, privacy notice, certification, and reservation notice. Click I have read and agreed to the term of service, privacy policy, and certification. Enter the correct verification code and click the Submit Application button. Please make sure that all provided information together with the additional documentary requirements are correct and complete before submission of the application. After that, the system confirms the application is successfully submitted and provides information such as the status of application, application reference number, and the date of the application is submitted. The provided application reference number will be sent through the provided email address of the authorized representative. The said reference number shall be used for easy tracking of the application. An email notification of pre-approved application status will be sent to the authorized representative's registered email. A checklist of applicable system-generated forms will display. Click the download links to download all the forms and provide all the necessary signatures for each incorporator. Once the documents are signed, upload the authenticated or notarized files by clicking the Upload Documents button. If the uploaded, signed, and authenticated or notarized documents are correct, an email notification of approved application status will be sent and may proceed to payment of registration fees. An email notification of approved application status will be sent and may proceed to payment of registration fees. Download payment assessment form and pay the registration fees through the following payment methods. You may choose the SEC payment portal using credit or debit card and Land Bank over-the-counter. If you have chosen the Land Bank over-the-counter payment method, upload the official receipt to the system once the payment assessment is paid. Wait for the payment to be confirmed by SEC once you receive an email notification advising you to submit all original and signed notarized documentary requirements. Proceed to the SEC office for submission. SEC will send another email notification of an appointment schedule for claiming the SEC Certificate of Registration. Once received, you may claim the SEC Certificate of Registration to the SEC Releasing Department. That concludes the Securities and Exchange Commission registration process. The BIR application process and LGU application process may commence concurrently upon securing the SEC Certificate of Registration. The next steps in the company registration process with government agencies in the Philippines will be covered in the next video. There, I will explain the registration process with the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR, Local Government Unit or LGU, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth, Social Security System or SSS, and Home Development Mutual Fund or Pag-ibig. We hope you found this video informative, and if you have any questions, you can contact us through the email address displayed on the screen. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and we'll see you on our next video.